All right, welcome back. Hope you guys are doing well. So just wanted to create a quick video. I'm actually going to be moving today, so I have to make it quick here. Um, Basically about number ones in the OP system and about their approach to friendship. There have been several Q&As about number ones that have just come out on Thursday, as well as a class about a number one this past Tuesday. So I think it's kind of a good time to talk about this. So in the Q&A about number ones, Dave mentions that number ones, if everyone has every need, right? So everyone wants friendship. Everyone that secretly wants to be number one, right? Everyone secretly wants to be the best. Everyone secretly wants responsibility and wants to specialize, right? So much like the actual OP coins, the social needs are things that everyone has. But for people who are born number one, so to speak, Dave mentions that if they had to choose between becoming legendary, so to speak, and friendship, they're going to choose becoming legendary and they're going to abandon the friendships, right? And I think that that's true to a degree, but I think it misses the nuance of how number ones approach friendships. Because again, everyone wants everything, right? Including friendship. So what I would say, and this is based on conversations I've had with people who might be number ones, as well as observations from officially typed number ones, is that number ones, like myself, I suppose, what we really are looking for are people who can join us in our journey towards the top, right? This whole notion of it's lonely at the top, I think, is something that I don't know if it's a fear necessarily, but it's something that we're aware of. And I think that in our friendships, we're looking for people who will continuously push us to be better and who can continuously join us on that journey, right? Or at least give us a break from that journey, right? So I think a great example of this is Mr. Beast. So Mr. Beast is an officially typed number one. When he was learning YouTube and when he was learning how to, become extremely successful on YouTube, he had a group of peers who were also making YouTube channels that he would meet with, I think it was every day, talk to every single day about YouTube, right? So there was a goal in mind. They were all trying to improve their skills, and he talked with them every single day, and I would consider that a friendship. But it's a very some people have called it a transactional style of friendship where it's like you're getting something out of it. I guess you could say that. I personally would just view it as just a growth oriented friendship where you're trying to grow in a certain area, right? Or you're trying to improve in a certain area, right? There's progress to be made as opposed to just hanging out for the sake of hanging out. I think one thing about number ones is that they hate just being friends just for the sake of being friends. I think that's kind of draining. And I think it's draining because of that overwhelming need to become a legend or whatever you want to call it, right? But you can have friendships that move you towards that goal, as I've been saying many times before. So Mr. Beast is a really great example. Gary Vee is another great example where he basically tries, it looks like, at least in his videos, he tries to be friends with all of his coworkers, basically, right? Where he's joking around, he's having fun, he's poking fun and stuff like that. He's still the boss, right? So there is still that hierarchical relationship, but he's doing it in a friendly way where it's like, he doesn't have to be lonely at the top. It's something like that. And then I would say for myself, I think a lot of times, this is especially true for me with Savior DE, I consider myself friendly with a lot of people. People could judge that for themselves. People have said that I'm a little bit intimidating and kind of on edge and stuff like that, so you can judge for yourself. But I feel like I'm pretty friendly towards a lot of people, but there is still that relationship of how can we move forward, right? How can I either learn from you or how can you learn from me? That's actually another major thing, right? Mentorship. And I think that that's something that I try to have in all my friendships is some sort of mentorship relationship or some sort of emotional support for our respective journeys, right? So that's kind of about it. That's pretty much all I would say is that if you want to be friends with number one, or if you are number one and you're kind of confused about your relationship with friendships, just think of it as you're trying to Think of it this way, honestly. Think of it like an anime protagonist who's claiming that they want to be the best ever, right? Like Naruto wanting to be Hokage, or Luffy wanting to become the Pirate King or whatever. So you have this anime protagonist, and they're gathering a group of people to surround them and help them move towards their goal. It really is kind of, I guess I'm using kind of a cheesy analogy because I like anime, but it is really like that, where it's like you're gathering a group and you're moving towards a goal together, right? Or you're moving towards your own independent goals together. I think One Piece is especially a good fictional example of that. So you could think about it that way. And if you want to make friends with the number one, I guess just try and see how you can add value. Just like with anybody, I would say with anybody, try and see how you can add value to the number one's life. Try and see how you can be someone who can push them to grow, challenge them, make them better, things like that. And I think that that is what will really help you sustain that friendship. So that's about it. I'm gonna go. So I hope this was at least somewhat informative. If you have any questions or comments, especially if you're a number one or if you feel like you know number ones, feel free to leave it in the comments below and I'll try and check those out. So other than that, I hope you're doing well and I'll see you in the next video that I make. Take care.